International crowds, really quick. Yes, brother. I'm of the mind that they should, all the BPLEs should go international.
Agree.
To allow these international crowds to experience a big production WWE show that isn't just a house show, allows these international crowds to get showcased. But these B pay-per-views, typically on paper, when you compare it to a WrestleMania card, are underwhelming because they're smaller cards and not all of the heavy hitters are there, right? Like Backlash didn't have Becky Lynch, for example, right? And I just feel like these international crowds for these B-tier PLEs can elevate the PLE from being it's just another Fastlane to must-watch TV. I gotta watch Fastlane because I gotta see what the crowd in Rome is gonna be like. I gotta see what the crowd in Budapest is gonna. Dude, I don't know what's the Budapest crowd like, because then the crowd becomes a selling point for these BPLEs as well. Like, I am sure we talked about the production cost. It's got to be infinitely cheaper to produce in the United States, but there's clearly money to be made in Europe, because didn't they just mention that the SmackDown was the highest gate in SmackDown history?
In an arena SmackDown history.
Yeah,
yes, the biggest gate. There is some costs that are lower in Europe from what I remember, like production costs. That's why a lot of esports shoot in over there, like the actual have the production in Denmark for like an American esport. So there is some ways they could cut things in that front. I think when it comes down to it, it's going to create a lot of these European cities and countries to compete with each other. Toronto crowd is the same thing between of a good mix of getting really into it and letting the moments breathe.
Yes, I think the Toronto crowd is loud by the standards of how American crowds like consume their wrestling, right? Cheering, we cheer in the same moments that the Americans typically cheer. It's just that it's louder. Typically much louder. Yeah, I did have some Germans being like, that was nothing. Just wait until we are here in Berlin. That's the dog. That's the voice that I do for my dog, who's a wiener dog, who's then German. I'm the Dachshund, so I'm the dog Johnson. You don't like my German accent.
No. I don't want to lose our German audience.
No,
please.
Man, the Germans love, dude. We're the David Hasselhoff of wrestling podcasts over in Germany. Did you not know that? We're popular there.
Are we?
Yeah, we got some good viewership over in Germany.
All right, in the Deutschland. I appreciate
that. Deutschland.
I do not want to even know what your French accent sounds like.
No, we can't go into that.
Please don't.
No, I actually don't have a bad one because of French Canada, right? Like you start doing a lot of those accents as a kid. Anyways, yeah.
I got a question for you.
Okay, yeah.
Before we move on, where would you rank this international crowd? Does it beat Puerto Rico?
Yes.
What?
I do think it beats Puerto Rico. I think Puerto Rico.
Chambea!
Dude. Oh no. Okay, hang on. I think overall, as a crowd for the entire show, I like the French crowd more. But as a singular moment for the crowd, I don't think that the French crowd had a moment that is gonna quite stick like Chambea. A
lot of people think Jay's entrance was
no. Here's the difference. Jay's entrance was manufactured to get that reaction.
Yes, it was.
The Bad Bunny one, that was not manufactured. That they couldn't have planned for a reverse concert. So I give the Backlash moment with Chambea that extra bit more of like a couple extra points, because it was so organic. The Jey Uso, clearly that's what they were going for, and they nailed it because it was fantastic. I think from beginning to end, the French crowd is better, but the singular moment, Chambea, to me, that's still the greatest crowd interaction moment of all time. But dude, you mentioned the Jey Uso bit, but I don't even think that was the best crowd moment. I think the best crowd moment was the crowd chanting during AJ Styles' introduction and the camera shaking. I think that was, to me, the moment that's gonna stick out.
Randy getting sung too. That was amazing.
Dude, I was like, dude, these French people, they don't know the words. They're pretending, because I'm pretending to sing it. That's what I would do.
To me,
I hear what he's crying. I hear people. I hear.
Because imagine that crowd with Batista's song.
Oh, I walk alive.
Yeah, dude.
This is a terrible episode for audio listeners.
No, they love it. They love it.